So first of all, if the students have already installed, if you have not installed it, I will share you some guideline how you are going to install the software. So in previous lecture we have seen how we are going to use the Vuforia using the Vuforia Studio. So it was basically a specially designed software by the PTC by which we can easily create a augmented reality content without any programming knowledge or without any computer based technical computer related knowledge at itself. So if you are a mechanical engineer, you can easily use the Vuforia Studio software. Now in this lecture we are going to see how we are going to generate the augmented reality content using the Vuforia in Unity software. So basically Unity is nothing but a gaming engine. So whatever games you have seen, most of the games are being created in the Unity software. So in that Unity software there is a add-on by the Vuforia so that we can convert that Unity thing into the augmented reality. So Vuforia is nothing but the SDK. So SDK is nothing but the open source tool or the add-on tool by which you can convert the Unity model into the augmented reality. So first of all, those who haven't installed the Unity software, first you have to go to the Unity 3D slash get Unity and download, or you can go to the store.unity.com. So when you go to the unity.com, you simply have to go to, there are various plus pro enterprise, we don't have to do it, we have to go for the individual, and in individual there are two plans, student plan and personal plan. So basically student plan will require you a lot of setup and your educational email etc, but you can simply go for the personal plan which is the free of cost. You just have to go to the get started, and if you don't know anything you just go to the first time user, click on start here, and all the things it is going to ask you step by step. So it will download the Unity Hub. So basically Unity Hub is the application. So I'm going to show you, I have already installed the Unity Hub. So you just have to start the Unity Hub. After installation, so it will look like this. You will ask for some email address and activation etc. So activation is a free of cost, so it will be done directly. Or if you use the returning user, again it will open in the similar page without any email ID etc. Then you have to go to the install, and in install you have to click on add option. So there are various options that Unity 2019, the latest version is Unity 2021.7. So either you can install this or you can go for the Unity 2019. Don't go for the beta version as it may have some glitches. So just install it. I have already installed it. And also when you are going to install, you have to make sure that you are going to tick that the Microsoft Visual Studio community. So it will be basically required for the programming, because if you want to create any motion in your Unity for an object, then the small amount of programming is required. So that's why you should remember to install the Microsoft Virtual Studio community also. Then if you are going to build this, that means using Unity you are either can develop the experience on the desktop such as Windows desktop or Mac OS, whatever you are using, or you can build the application for the Android as well as iOS. So whichever device you are using, based on that you are going to either select the iOS build support or the Android build support. So make sure if you are using Android, all these are selected. If you are using the Apple, then you should select the iOS build support and then click on next. So it will get downloaded and installed. So I have already downloaded it. I am not downloading it. Then when you use the Apple or Android support, that symbol will become under the this 2020 software. So either you can have the Apple or Android symbol. So after doing this, your Unity is been set up and you can now create a project. So now creating the project, you have to go into the project window. So when you are doing it, I will just show you what screens you may face. So after the starting, either you can start here or go for the returning user. For if you are a new user, it will just choose where you want to install. Then next you have to create your username. If you already have the account, you can just click on the login. Then यहाँ पे when you are a new user, it will directly create a sample project for you. So in that thing you are going to select the empty 3D and you have to click on the continue. So whatever name you want to give for your first project, that you can go do it over here. And now if you are using the manual mode, so in manual mode it will install the Unity Hub and this screen will open on your screen. So you have to go to the license manager, and in license manager you have to click on the activate new license. So it may ask you for the login. So as I already logged over here, so that's why it is not asking me for the login. So you have to activate this license. After activation, it will ask for what kind of Unity you are using for the purpose. So either you can go for you have to go for the Unity personal. So if your organization size is small, then you can use it for the commercial purpose also, but you are using it for the personal purpose, so you are going to just select it as I don't use the Unity for the professional capacity and click on done. Then your license will be activated. Then you have to go on the back. This is the preferences screen. You have to go into the back and this screen will appear to you. So after installation you are going to see for the Unity Hub. Here I have already created some project. So now you are going to click on new. If you have installed a single Unity, these are the different versions of Unity. You can use anyone. So if you have selected the install the different or n number of Unity software, then you can choose over here by in which Unity you have to create a new project. And if you have installed single Unity, then you can just click on the new. So I am going to click on the arrow and I am going to select the latest one. Now here there are different 2D object and 3D object, high definition, rapid prototyping object, etc. So you are going to select the 3D object. So just click on 3D object, whatever name you have to give, add your name over here, that is project name. Now I am going to give it name as AR project 03. And location you can set or you can keep it as default. Then you have to click on create. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes for it to load all the things. So this is the general user interface for the Unity software. So same as all the software, you will get the menu bar at the top. Then you have a control bar over the top if you want to move your screen, rotate, transform, etc. These tools are available over here. And at the center there is an option of play and pause. So play stand for whatever the things you have created, you can test it over here. Then on the left hand side here is a hierarchy. So whatever component you have added in your project, those component will appear over here in the hierarchy, or it is kind of a history or history tree is available on the left hand side. At the bottom there is the project. or console. So in console there is a, if any errors are been generated, all the messages will appear in the console. And in the project, whatever things you are going to add into the project will be visible over here at the bottom. Then at the center, it is the actual screen which you are going to visualize when you run the project. So that screen is appear over here. The axis system is given over the right hand side, that is the x, y, z, and the three more axes are given over here. So if you want to go into the deep, you can use those three axes also. At the present, you are going to just use the x, y, z. So it is active and it is same axis in the negative direction. Now on the right hand side, it is given as an inspector. So inspector is just nothing but the all the properties related to the object you are added in the hierarchy. So if you are going to click on the main camera, all the properties related to main camera will appear over here. So basically if we see, it is a complex software and it gives you the lot more control over the things you are going to create. So this will be may look for you that is the bit complex, but you don't have to mess around unless and until you don't know what you are actually doing. Okay, now first of all we are going to use this for the Vuforia or augmented reality. So for augmented reality, in the game object, various things are there that which you can import in your screen. So create an empty screen, create an empty child, then 3D object. So in 3D object you can either create the cube, spheres, capsule, cylinder, plane, chord, etc. Or you can create a 2D object also. So basically, if you are using the Vuforia, you need that the Unity didn't come by default with the Vuforia. So you have to install the Vuforia over here. So for that, you are going to go to the link. So I will just give you the link, or you can simply Google it. So here, Vuforia for Unity. I will just copy this link and I am also going to share it with you in the chat box. Okay. So this is the Vuforia engine side developer portal. In developer portal you will get the first option. So you can use the Vuforia SDK on Android, so iOS, Windows, etc. So if you are going to build a directly Android application or iOS application from its developer side, means if you are going to develop a APK file or Android software directly from the Android Studio, you will require this SDK. But we are using the Unity to develop it. So just click on add the Unity, add Vuforia engine to Unity project or upgrade to the latest version. So click on it. So you just have to agree the license agreement that you are not using it for any commercial purpose, and just download it. So I have already downloaded it over here, so I will click on cancel. Now on the desktop I have downloaded it over here, that is the add Vuforia package. So just double click on it. So it will pop up an window to import the Vuforia package 9.4.6 into the Unity. So you have to just click on import. Now it asks for the update. So just click on the update. So if you are doing it for the first time, it will download the Vuforia from the cloud itself and then it will install. So you will require the little bit more time as compared to my time. I have already installed it once, so all the data is available offline. So it has updated it. Just you have to click on close. So in package manager you will appear that Vuporia is installed in your packages. So just click on close. Now if you go to the game object, in game object there is a name that is a Vuporia engine. So after installing it will appear over here. So in Vuporia engine, first you have to insert the AR camera. So here in a main camera it is just give you the view how you are going to view that particular camera. That is the default orientation. But if you are using your mobile camera, you have to go to the game object, Vuporia engine and AR camera. So AR camera will be added over here in the hierarchy. Now as we have added the AR camera, we are not going to require the main camera. So you have to just select on main camera, right click over it and delete it. So as it is a AR model or we are developing it for the AR, we don't require the main camera. Now we have added a camera. So here you can see how we are going to get the view of AR camera. So whatever objects are been there will appear over here. So if I create any particular object in front of camera, it will appear over this screen. Now we know in the previous and Vuporia Studio software, we have used a thing mark to locate the object, or thing mark is nothing but a link by which we are going to access the software from the cloud, and it is also used for locating the our object with reference to the physical world. So you will require a marker. So marker is going to work as the physical object which we are going to relate with the digital object. So basically there are a lot of options available in that segment. So if you go to the game object and Vuporia engine. So in Vuporia engine you will get the various targeted over here. So first one is a image target, second one is a multi-target, third is a cylindrical target, then user defined target, model target, object target, view mark, area target. So basically image target is nothing but whatever image you will select, or any image you can Google it and download it, that image will be act as a target. Then multi-target, if you are using the 2 or 3 targets simultaneously to detect a single object, you are going to use the multi-target. Next is a cylindrical target. So if you are using a cylindrical shape as a target, you can choose as a cylindrical target. Then user defined target is little bit different thing. Model target. So if you have created a 3D model, that 3D model you can use as a model target. So you can just create any 3D model using any software, Creo, Katia, etc. and give that model over here in the model target. But while tracking, you will require same thing in the physical form also. So either you can create the exact replica of a physical model into the CAD model, or you can just whatever model you have created just 3D print it and you will get the physical model which is exactly same as the your model created in a 3D software. So that you can do. View mark is nothing but similar to the thing mark which we have used in the Vuporia software. So it has the specific code to access the particular model. And area target stands for if you are going to project that particular camera, mobile camera in the same area, then you are going to use the area target. Now in this tutorial we are going to use the image target. So just select on image target. So image target will appear over here. So image target should be outside of the AR camera. So you have to maintain the hierarchy proper. So AR camera should be outside of the image target. Now in AR camera, as we are going to use the Vuporia, we require the license from Vuporia to generate a tool. So from Vuporia again the limited version license is provided which add the barcode of Vuporia on your software. So To get that license, here first you have to click on the AR camera, and right hand side there is a inspector. So in inspector, the second last option is present over here. You can see it, that is a open Vuforia engine configuration. Is it visible to you? Yes. Okay. So you have to click on open Vuforia engine configuration, where the first option is a app license key. So here is a license key which will get from the Vuforia. So you have to click on the add license. So it will take you to the website from where you have downloaded the Vuforia engine. So here it is, a download option was present, and here develop option was present. Now in develop option, you can, if you are already having the key, you can use that key, or you can just get a new key. So just get development key. Then license name you can create anything. So suppose we are going to see it as AR trial. Then you have to agree the terms and condition. So here it is given that there is a no charges for the development purpose, and you can use the thousands, you can use the key thousands time per month. So that was the limitation. And also you can use the view mark, which is one marker we can use at a time, and you can use it for the 100 times. So one mark, 100 markers you can create. Now click on confirm. So you can see over here the AR trial ThinkMark license key is been generated. Just you have to click on this license key. So license key is given over here. You have to just click on this key. It will be copied to your clipboard, or you can just select it and copy it. So after copying, just you have to go to the minimize and go back to the Unity. Now here Unity, you have to paste this key. So you will get that developer license for the Vuforia software. Now just come back to our original screen. Now under the image target, you have to add a database. So if you again go back to the AR camera, under the app license key, one more thing is given as a database. So if you are going to use the image target, you have to create one database. So that database creation, you have to click on add database. So it will again come back to the same site. So on the first tab it is a license manager, in second tab it is a target manager. So you can create your target from over here. So you have to just click on add database. If you are already have the database, you can use that database, or you can add a new database. Now again I am going to give it a name as AR trial. Now you can choose that you have to use the target from device, cloud, or you have to use the view mark. Now in this lecture we will see a device. So just select a device where you can upload the image from your device, and now click on create. So here AR trial database is being created. Now click on it. So this is our database. Now in that database we can create the n number of target. So I will add a first target. Now here we have the option that what kind of object we are going to select. Now we are using the image target, so just select a image. Now you have to choose the image which you are going to use. So just click on browse. So I have downloaded some images already. So I will just use the SPC logo as the target. So click on open. Then you have to give a width. So width you can give between the 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, etc. It will change the size of image. Now in the name you can give any name, but you cannot use the space in between the name. So I will keep it as a SPCE only and click on add. Okay, so that target is added. So I am going to add one more target. So that target has been already used, so someone has given it a rating, so that's fine, it's good. Again we are going to use the single image. Just click on browse, and I will use the second image now. So it is another college logo, and again I am going to give the width of 5, and I am going to give it a one more name, that is a GCURC, and click on add. Okay, so these two target are created, both are the logo. Now you have to download this database. So to download this database you have to just click on download database all. Now you are going to it asks for where you are going to use, for the Android Studio or Unity editor. So as we are going to use Unity, select the Unity and click on download. Now it is by AR trial name. Just download it. And now we have downloaded it. Now we have to import it into the Unity. So either you can drag it into the asset at the bottom. Asset में आप उसको drag कर सकते हो, or you can simply double click over it to import it. So here is a AR trial which we have downloaded. Just double click on that database. It will ask you to the import. So just click on import. So it will be added into the Vuporia. So in the asset editor there is a folder named Vuporia, and image targets are present over here in the AR trial. So these two images are also imported. Plus if we check our database, so if you go to the AR camera and open the Vuporia engine configuration. Now in database, here you can check under the database the AR trial is been added. So this AR image tracker we can use over here. Okay. Now we have to go back to the AR camera and image target. So image target we have added. Image target is for getting the image or adding a target to the object. Now for getting target from the object, here where we are going to get the target. So the by default option selected is a image target. So instead of image target we are going to use a database. So select from database. Now here database is empty. We are going to select the AR trial database. If you are having more than one database added into the Unity software, you can change it over here. Now which image target we have to use? So first I am going to use the SPCE target. So you can see over here the logo of SPCE will appear at the center position. Okay. Now your image target has been added. So like in a Vuporia Studio we have added a thing mark. It is nothing but the same thing. That is, we have added a target image. Now we have to create an object which we are going to augment. So that object either you can create over here. So for creating we are going to create a 3D object. Suppose I want to create a cube. So standard cube will appear over here. Its position is 0, 0, 0 at origin position, and its scale is 1, 1, 1. So I will just assign it. So I am going to enlarge it to suppose 3 by 3 by 3. Okay. So we have created a cube, and I am going to keep its position as, let it be 2. We will keep it slightly above the our image target. It can be at any position. So it will appear, आपका जो यहाँ पे box दिख रहा है, it should be in a relative position with the image target. Okay, so wherever you require. So if you want to create any complex object, you can add more object, cube, sphere, then you can use the boolean operation to create the exact object whichever you required. Now if you want to change its texture, you can simply add any image over here, or you can add any color, etc. You can easily get it from the asset store of Unity. So I am just going to drag this logo over here. Okay, so this logo has been created on the block. Now whenever you are going to create a image target, you have to link cube to this image target. Means whenever the image target detected by your camera, then this cube should appear. So this cube should be under the image target. So you have to drag it and drop it over image target. So when you see it in a hierarchy, the cube will be under the image target. Now you have created the thing mark, you have added object. Now you can test it using a play button. So just click on play button. So it will run your software and your camera will be turned on. Now you will require this logo which we have added. So you can have it printed on paper, or you can open it in your mobile or any handset you are having, and just keep it in front of camera. So now you can see when it detected that particular image, the cube is appeared over the image target. So you can see it over any particular direction. The way you rotate the object, in that way you can see it from the all the direction. So it is bit easy to create the simple objects. But have you understand till now? So to stop, again click on the play button and you will get back to the original screen. यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ डाउट है?
Yes, guys.
यहाँ तक समझ में आया सभी को?
जेवण करून झोपी गेले काय सांगतात नाही यांचं. अरे सामने से पूछ रहे हैं, कोई जवाब दो.
Okay, in comment section they are saying yes. Okay, so you have understood. I will carry on. Now if we want to create animations over here, because we are going to use the AR for some animations, or as we are a mechanical engineer, we are going to create some sequence of operation to visualize it in a clear form. So whatever purpose you are going to use it, you will require some animations. So I am going to show you a simple script. So you will require some basic knowledge of programming, or you can Google it. You will get some scripts available over the internet. So for that you will require to create the scripts. So in the asset we are going to create a new folder. So go to the game object, go to the asset, create a folder and give it name as a scripts. So all the scripts will be saved over here. Now in this script folder we are going to create a new object, that is a C hash script. So you should able to know some basic coding knowledge in C hash language. So and give a proper name. As we are going to use this script for the rotate, I am going to write it as a rotate and click on enter. Now just double click on it to open. It will open in the studio.
काय चालेल
इकडे मेसेज टाकतो मेसेज okay. So our programming is been that program is been opened. So this is the basic script will be already loaded in the script. So it will already the using command will call the default directory from the our engine. Now here there are basically two brackets, that is a void start and second bracket is a void update. So if you want to do something when your AR experience is initialized at a single time, then it will be added to the void start command. So if you have to initialize something at first just a single time, you are going to add that command into the void start, and if you want to repeat the same thing over and over again, then you are going to add it into the update command. So update command will run continuously and start command will runs only once. Now we have to create a transform command. So we are going to write down right over here, that is a transform. Then what we are going to do, we are going to make a rotation. So write a rotate. Okay, so in transform dot rotate, what you are going to do, you are going to create a new rotation. So here you are going to rotate it along the vector. So you are going to write a vector. So I am going to use a vector 3, then again add a bracket, and you are going to define that along which vector it should rotate. So if we come back to our Vuforia studio, you can see here in the x direction, suppose I want to rotate it vertically. On a vertical axis I have to rotate this object. So you can see over here that axis is given. Along the y axis I want it to rotate. So along the x and z axis I don't want any rotation. So in the script, first you are going to keep along the x axis I want no rotation, so speed of that axis should be 0. Then along the y axis I am going to write at what speed it should rotate, and along the z axis I don't want it to rotate. Now so here at what speed it should rotate, so for that I am going to write time dot delta time multiplied by, so at what speed it should rotate, that speed you can enter over here. But if you don't want to change this script to change the speed of the object, so here you can, instead of directly giving a speed, you can create a variable. So to create a variable, before the start void start, you are going to create one variable. So for creating variable we are going to use a public variable. So if you are having some knowledge of programming, you can understand it. Then we are going to use the integer and we will define a speed as a variable. So instead of writing directly a speed, we are going to use variable speed, and after completion you are going to give a semicolon. So if you want this particular code, you can just check it over here. I will share a link with you, so you can just go on to the GitHub where I have stored this. I will just open a new command. So here I have created a program which is been stored rotate.cs. I will add some more program over here. I will just share you the link in the chat box. Okay, from here you can just check the script for rotate, and I will add some more for the translate, flash, etc. So here all the program is given, that is a transform.rotate new vector 3, rotation in x axis speed is 0, y axis time dot delta time into speed, and again z is 0, and we have created the variable that is the speed. So all things we have already written over here. Now just click on save and close this. So it will get updated. Now you can, if you click on script, you can see in the inspector what the script is given in the right hand side. Now this script we are going to use to rotate this object. So just drag this over the box. So script will be is been added to the box. So if you click on the cube, on the right hand side at the bottom you will see the script, and the variable which we have created requires a value. So if you want to rotate it by the 50, just add that value, and now just play it. Now again you have to open that image marker in front of the camera. Now you can see that box is rotating at the speed of 50. So if you want to increase the speed or decrease the speed, that you can do easily. Okay, तो जैसे आप रोटेट करोगे it will give you the different side of the views. ठीक है, यहां तक समझ में आया सबको? Okay. So now in this thing there are some advantage over the Vuporia Studio. Now in Vuporia Studio we have used a one single marker to target the AR experience. Now the Unity has an advantage over the Vuporia Studio that we can target more than one object simultaneously. So if you use the two code, then we can have a two object been adjust by the two markers simultaneously. So we are going to see how we are going to add the two image target simultaneously. So for that thing I am just going to change the some setting in the Vuporia. So you have to just go to the AR camera. Now in AR camera you have to open the Vuporia engine configuration. So just click on Vuporia engine configuration, and you can see over here the maximum number of simultaneous target. So that you have to change over 2. So as we are going to use the 2 target, you can increase that number, or you use the 3 or 4 target also. So it's depend on you. So based on that thing, if some things are moving, you can use the multiple target and you can use it. So I will just save it, click on the home button. Now what you have required, you have already created the one object over one marker. So I am going to just rename this image target, so when we add the multiple it will not confuse us. So I will write it as a SPCE target, and now I am going to add one more target. So just to adding the target, you have to go to the object, game object, Vuporia engine, and image target. So in image target you are going to just rename it. I will add it as a GCUERC target. Now that target we have already loaded from the server, so it was already available in our database. So you can change its target type from image instead we are going to select from database, and from AR trial database we are going to use it. So in this thing we are going to use the image target, that is a GCURC. So previously we have used SPC, now we are using the GCURC. Now you can just move it alongside. So it is appear to be larger just because it is in front of us, closer to us. So it's having the same size. Now you can add the similar object over here. So to create it, just go to the object, create. Again I am going to create one another cube. Again in this thing, this cube is gone over here. So to change it, just send your cube to GCRC target and adjust it over here. Now just change the x at 0, y0, z0. So at now when you send this cube in this target origin will become the origin for the new object. So position is 0 0 0, it will go to the center of the target. So it will be easy for you to determine its position with respect to target itself. Now again I am going to enlarge its scale, and I will just pull it up. Now again I will set it to be 2. Now you can simply add image on the object. So I will go to the Vuforia image target, AR target. This image I am going to put it. So instead of this logo you can add any particular image over the object. It is not necessary you have to add the same image as your marker. So there is don't have any relation in between. Now as you have done it, you can play it over here. Okay, so just you have to click on the play button, and now we have to show both the marker. So whichever marker you will see, that image will be generated over here. Okay, this was our first image and this is the second image. Okay, so we have added rotation only to the first object, not to the second object. So first object is rotating and second did not. So if you also want to rotate the second object, just go to the script which you have created and add this script to the second cube. Just click on the cube and you can just take speed. We will keep this speed to be higher, suppose 90, and play it again. Okay, so you can just check that the speed of second object is relatively higher. So likewise you can create two objects simultaneously, and by using this you have to think how you are going to implement this type of multiple marker in the application. So application part is most important, that how and where you are going to apply this AR thing to make this more interactive. So it's depend on you. Now we have created this object from the Unity itself. Now there is an option if you are having the object created in a different software. So that thing you can just import in over here. So I am going to create some simple model in the Creo. So I will just create one model shortly. So I am selecting a dimension in mm.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
So just give some dimensions.
Hello.
So the rectangle is being created, and I am going to give the depth of suppose 2 and enter, and we will just create a small sphere over here, cylindrical object. Okay, and if you want to modify it further, you can do it. So if you want to use this model, so basically whatever Unity software is having, it can only accept the two type of format, that is the FBX format. So FBX format is been created by the Autodesk software. So you can either use the Fusion 360 or AutoCAD, which can give you the object in the form of the FBX format. And second one is a OBJ format. So maximum software support the OBJ format. So we are going to export this particular file. You to give it, you have to go to the save as, give the name, and in the type you have to select the OBJ. So wavefront.obj file format, that you have to select and click on OK. Just I will change its location. Now it will ask you for the select a datum plane or coordinate system. So you have to just pick a coordinate system where you want a reference to the object. So its coordinate system and the object we import in the coordinate unity will have the same coordinate system. So we are going to keep all things as it and click on OK. So it will create the triangle based object. So it create the objects such as the stereolithography object. So only information present in the triangular form. So we are going to minimize it and we are going to import it over the asset. So in again asset we will create one folder, that is a model. So if you are using it for the large project, it should be in a sorted form, that you create the different folder under the asset, so that you can import and manage all the models you have created, model scripts, etc. So here you can see the AR trial object is been created. Now you have to drag it over Unity and leave it over the model. So in model that object is being created. Now if you want to add this model, you can simply drag it over the screen and you can scale it down to suppose 0.5, and if you want to keep it over the first target, so you have to drag AR trial under the SPCE target, so it will go to the first target, and I will keep it to the origin position and move it slightly out. upward. Okay, so likewise in any particular assembly which we have created in the Creo software or any AutoCAD, Katia, etc., we can simply import it over here. So it is not necessary you have to design everything in the Unity itself, because it is bit tedious to do. So you can easily do it in any software you are familiar with. Now there is a one more option. You can just add the objects which is been pre-created over here. So for that you have to go to the window and go to the asset store. So basically asset store is been the like a app store. That app store we get the app from the app store. In the asset store we can get the asset. So asset can be anything. It will be objects, it will be script, and it will be any animation, etc. So it will open the site, that is the assetstore.unity.com. So whatever things is available over here, you can use it. You can simply search it over here, or you can browse as a 3D animation. Suppose I want vehicle to be imported, so just select a vehicle. So which vehicle we have to import it? Some are the having the cost. So if you want to import this car, it is having the $15 price. So you can, if you want to use it for free, just sort it by pricing low to high. So you can suppose import this particular car. So simply select the car. I will just pick a different one, because it is been already added to my cart. So I will add this truck pickup model. So you will get a object, that is the add to my asset. So click on add to my asset and click on open in Unity. So it will flash that asset. So internet connectivity is must to get the maximum out of the Unity software. So it will take some time based on your internet connectivity. Okay, so this pickup model has been added. Just click on download. So it is bit large in size. Okay, this one is a small one. So I will just download this. It is a 19 MB model. Okay, so this model is downloaded. Just click on import, and these are the various models available under this. Click on import. So it will take some time. So likewise, any particular model, there are large number of library available at the asset store that you can get. Okay, so it is been imported over here. So just come back here. It is a package manager, app store, games and scene. So we will come back to the scene area. Then you have to go to the vehicle, drift vehicle. There are various things. Now you can see this as a demo. So this is the material. So material you can add to the object, so it will convert to the black object. So similarly you have to search for the model. So this is a car model. So car model, you are going to just drop it over here, and this is the AR car model, and you have to pick it to the second image target. So again give the position as the origin and move it on the upper side, so it will be at the top of the image. Okay, now if you want to keep the car at it and rotate the block, so we will just see how it is going to look. So just run the object. Okay, so the rotation is only given to the bottom box, so topward box will not rotate. And similarly we can see how the car model looks like. So again car is not moving. So if you want to give any particular motions to the car, you can give it using a script. So we have created the script for the rotate object. So if you want to give a translation object, that you can give. If you have imported the assembly, then you can give the different motion to different parts in assembly. So it's based on you how you are going to rotate it. So if you want to rotate the car also, just go to the script option and drag it to the car. So in car model you will get the script, and just give the speed you want as 90, and if you play it you will get that view. Okay, so car is rotating with the box. So any particular animation or any model which you have to generate, these are the just basic model. So you can create anything using this thing. So we will see some one video how creative it can be, because it is having a image target. It can have additional features such as a face recognition, voice recognition, that can be added. Based on that the image will be generated. So after this, if you want to create a APK file using this software, so you have to go to the file and click on build setting. So by default it will be on the PC, Mac and Linux as a standalone operations. But if you want to create a APK file, you have to select a Android. It will first ask you for the switch platform, because the by default is set to the PC, Mac or Linux software. So you have to switch to the Android and click on switch platform.
हेलो. हाँ सर. नहीं कॉलेज में. नहीं कहीं.
And meanwhile, when you are going to install the software or your mobile, you have to make some changes. So you have to go to the setting of your mobile and you have to turn on the developer option. So to turn on the developer option, you have to go to the about phone and there is an option to of a build number. So I will just show it to you.
बरं. इक्वेशन टाकलं का? हां. प्रत्येक युनिट टाकायचं. प्रत्येक युनिट टाकायचं. फक्त 2 युनिट ना. ठीक आहे.
So in your phone screen, you have to just go to the setting. Now based on which mobile you are using, there will be the small changes. You have to go to the about phone and you will see at the last point it will be given as a build number. So if you are not a developer, you have to press 7 times on the build number. So I was already a developer. If not, you will enable the developer mode in your phone. Then you have to just go to the back and in system or somewhere else based on your device, you will get the option for the developer option, and in developer option you are going to turn on the USB debugging. So this option is there, you have to turn it on USB debugging so that you can directly transfer the APK file from your desktop to your mobile. So you have to turn on that particular option and then you are going to connect your mobile to computer. So it will ask for allow the USB debugging through computer. Click on
Pritam sir, you are not audible.
okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have disabled it and forgot it. So I will just repeat it shortly. So in your phone, you have to click on about phone and last is the build number. So if you are not in a developer mode on your mobile, you have to click on build number 7 to 8 times. So it will enable the developer option in your phone. So after that the build number, you have to go back and go to the system or based on your Android version, Android or mobile you are using, there will be somewhere else. Then you have to go to the developer option. Then in developer option, the USB debugging option will be there that you have to turn on. So when you turn on the USB debugging, it will ask for you to the allow USB debugging. So click on OK and then you have to connect your mobile to your laptop. Then it will ask you for allow. So I have already allowed it, so it didn't ask me anything. You have to allow the USB debugging through this device. Then we will go back to our Unity software. Here we have already switched our platform to the Android. Now in a run device, you have to just click on the refresh. Okay, I will share your desktop screen again. Okay, now in your Unity software, again you have to come back to the file, build setting. In build setting we have already switched to Android. Now in the run devices you will see a device. Here it is recognized at the Xiaomi Poco F1. That device you have to select. So directly your software will be get installed on this device. Then you have to click on build and run. So it will still ask you to save your file somewhere. So we will give the name AR trial and click on save. Then it will install it on your mobile. Okay, so here currently I am facing some problem with the Android SDK. So if you are face similar problem, you have to just reinstall the Android SDK and then the app file will get installed on your phone. So I am currently facing this particular issue, so I have to reinstall the Android SDK. So basically it was failed to install on my device. Okay, so I am facing the same problem. So uh, if you have properly set up the Android SDK at the installation, you will not face this problem. If still you have faced, then you have to reinstall the software. So I cannot show you right now on your my mobile, but it will give you the same representation which we have seen through the run menu. Just you will use the mobile instead of the webcam of your desktop, and it also have the more clear view. Image target view on the mobile is bit better because it having the AR core. Though if you are using the iOS system or Android, it has the additional facility for the augmented reality by Google and Apple itself, that it uses the AR also, so it track your images very properly. So if you are using the good price range device or Android 10, then it will give you the more better simulation of augmented reality. So if you are having any doubt, you can ask. If you want the more type of animations in your file, I will upload some more scripts such as rotate, translate, etc. So it will be available over the link which I have already shared with you, that is the github.preetkudale/vuporia. On this site I will add some more script, and that script will be available over here. So if you are having any doubt, you can ask.